250 business owner, operators, and leaders have just switched to this communication model. Let's find out why right now. So what we're talking about is wasted time and unnecessary errors. We're screwing things up and we're spending too much time doing stuff. It's probably nothing new to you. And it's why you're frustrated. It's why we're trying to get things done. And I'm telling you, there are 7 reasons why these 250 business owner operators and leaders switch to this system right here. So basically, we spend about 1/3 of our time communicating, and over half of that in the normal workplace is spent fixing unclear communications. Essentially, we're talking about the same thing because we didn't get the first time, or we screwed it up, so we have to go back. Basically, there are too many inefficiencies and there are too many avoidable mistakes, which is why these 250 people made this switch. What's the switch? The switch is from basically no communication model. They might have had a platform, but no model, to DISC, right? So what is DISC? D-I-S-C. It is from 1928, Dr. William Marston. It is nothing new under the sun, but basically it breaks down 4 personality styles. Dominant stands for D stands for dominant. I stands for influence. S stands for steady. And C stands for conscientious. What is it? It is the universal language for human behavior and communication. Now, we talk about it's a communication method. It helps you to be efficient, which is fast, and effective, which is good, which means we've got people doing the right things at the right times. We got them doing them faster, and we have them doing them more effectively. And also, they're happier when they do it. They enjoy their team when they do it. We're going to go through all 7 of those reasons right now. Here we go. Reason number 1, that the 250 people made the switch to DISC. 250 of my clients have switched now to this right here in the past 18 months. Number 1 reason is that it makes your team more productive. Okay, let's talk about this. When you have a clear understanding of the team members' working style, of the people on your team, how they work, their working style, personality, you can now align their strengths with those goals that you're trying to do. So let me give you an example of this. So let's say you have your field team, right? Your team, it's consistently behind schedule, right? What DISC does is it shows you that like say a high C style, which is detail oriented. A C style is going to be, steadier paced and task oriented, right? So a detail oriented person, maybe that leader, right, is creating a bottleneck by overanalyzing things, maybe overanalyzing the logistics, the workflow. What you can do is you can use DISC to streamline that process so that the team catches up. Okay. And you know that you can break that bottleneck open because of who they are, versus like an Enneagram or maybe even no communication method at all. It's just going to tell you that the delays are tied up and that there's fears going on. There's growth areas, but it doesn't give us like a clear fix. DISC will help us to pinpoint that, blow that bottle up, and streamline that process so that C-style leader isn't overanalyzing everything, right? So that's reason number 1 that over 250 people have switched to this communication model, is that it makes your team more productive. Reason number 2 is that it helps you hire the right people. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to have the right talent on our team. What DISC helps us do, right? Especially the benchmark and interview report, which if you don't know what that is, let me know. We can use that to benchmark your rock stars that are already in the current roles. As you bring other people on, we can compare and contrast them. But anyways, we can match the role to the personality style. Okay. And then I'm going to give you an example here in just a second. And then we can now fit the new hires to the job itself, to the role, and to the culture. So let's give you an example of that, right? So let's say you're hiring a customer service rep. What DISC does is it's going to help reveal that like a high-level I style, which is a fast-paced and people-oriented person, is going to thrive in a customer-facing role because they're outgoing and they're persuasive, okay? Versus like if you had no communication method, you're just kind of stabbing at the dark. They talk fast. They seem to be good with people, right? Or even use an Enneagram. It might give you the personality insights, but it doesn't directly align the job with the responsibilities or the performance, right? So that's reason number 2, helps you hire the right people. Reason number 3 is that it's going to keep your current talent happy and motivated to keep working, right? To be happy. Happy people do more work and they do it faster, and they also bring everyone else's morale up. So it's going to help you create a work environment that matches the needs and the communication styles of all of your team members, especially your top talent. And basically what that boils down to is better morale and less turnover. Here's an example of that. So let's say you got crews out in the field and they're feeling burnt out. What DISC does, it's going to show us that our D styles, right, the D people who are fast-paced and task-oriented, they're driven by results. They need that competitive challenge, okay? While your S styles, which is going to be your steady-paced and people-oriented, the relationship-focused people, okay, they're going to thrive on recognition. So what we want to do is align how we're motivating them, give the D a challenge and give the S some recognition publicly and privately, and that's going to increase the motivation, increase the morale, and decrease our turnover. That's reason number 3. We're still rolling, people. Reason number 4 is it improves operational efficiency. Yeah, I'm telling you, the operations of your business are going to get faster and better, right? Complete efficiency improvement there. So basically clarity and action is what we're looking for here. DISC is going to help us to simplify team dynamics and streamline workflows. Playbooks, people, talk about playbooks, talk about aligning them with your team and utilizing the DISC model so that you can understand all of the strengths and weaknesses and the learning types and the training types so that you can avoid costly mistakes. Let me give you an example of this. So let's say you have your office staff and your field team aren't on the same page, different pages here. We are miscommunicating lots of times every single day. What DISC is going to do is it's going to reveal that a high I style communicator, which is fast-paced, people-oriented, is too casual for your C style, which is steady-paced and task-oriented, like a detail-oriented person, your staff, right? So you've got, a casual and people-oriented versus a formal and task-oriented person. That's not jiving, okay? So we're going to be able to now coach them to use more precise language, which is going to save us essentially hours of communication and a whole bunch of frustration. And also they're just going to collaborate better and faster, and we'll streamline that entire operation and that workflow as well. And then training also, right? That's reason number 4. Let's talk about reason number 5. Reason number 5 is it's going to save you money. It's going to save you money and save you time by simplifying your leadership. What do we mean by that? DISC is going to give you actionable insights on how to lead each team member, because each team member has a very unique style, right? They're going to have 1, 2, or 3 letters, a primary, a secondary, and maybe even a tertiary, like a concluder DI or a peacemaker SC or a precisionist CS or a challenger DC. So it's going to be able to compare and contrast who you are as a leader versus and compare and contrast them, all right, as the team member, and then you can modify and adapt your leadership style and your communication style to better meet their needs. Essentially, fast application. I can teach you this, and I will teach you this here in 3 minutes time. You can take this, you can utilize it, and you can start to become a better leader. That's reason number 5. Here's an example of that. So let's say you've got a day to prepare for a team meeting. You got a team meeting coming up. You want to use DISC. What DISC is going to help you to do is quickly identify that your S styles are going to need basically more reassurance during that company, during a change that you're going to, let's say you're going to announce a change, while your D styles, they just want the clear action steps, right? So you're going to want to tell your S is 3, 4, 5 weeks in advance. Your D styles, you can tell the day before, but you got to have, hey, first we're going to do this, next we're going to do that, lastly we're going to do this, all right? And you got clear action steps there. So it's just going to help you to be a better leader, to communicate more effectively, so you can communicate more efficiently to meet the needs and the wants of everybody on your team. That's reason number 5. It's going to save you time, make you more money, and simplify your leadership. Reason number 6, this is a good one. This is money sign, y'all, cha-ching, is that it's going to boost sales and your customer experience. So what DISC does is going to help us to understand our customers better, right? We got to understand, are they fast-paced people? Are they steady-paced people? Are they people-oriented or are they task-oriented? And then it's going to teach us how to adapt our approach so that we can, 1, close more deals, right, and get more money, basically, by having more customers say yes, because we're great master communicators. But also, after they become a customer, it's going to help us to improve our customer satisfaction because we know how to approach them. We know how to communicate them because we know what they're looking for. We know what they want. We know what they need. We know what they like to hear. And that helps us to serve them better at a higher level. Here's an example of that. So let's say we have like a hesitant customer, okay, and they need some more reassurance. They need some more basically talking into or persuasion. What DISC is going to do is going to help us identify them as a high C personality, right? And the C personality values details. They value the data. So now we know that. So now we can provide a breakdown of costs, of timelines, of guarantees to help us to seal the deal. And we can provide them all the data, which is what they need to make a really good decision. If we didn't know that, we wouldn't be able to provide that. We'd probably lose that deal. That's what we're looking for. That's why reason number 6, that 250 people, 250 of my clients, business owner operators, have switched to the DISC model, and it's saving them time and making them more money right now. Last reason, number 7 of a billion reasons, but I chose just 7 that would impact and help you the most here, which is it strengthens team collaboration. Yes, people, your team will just collaborate better, faster, and stronger. Basically, it's going to give them a clear framework of how team members can better work together, okay, can better communicate with each other on text, on Basecamp, on Slack, over email, on the walkie-talkie, over the phone, all of the above. That's just going to reduce friction so that we can better communicate with each other, right? It's whether it's out in the field, whether it's in the office, regardless of the scenario, we want team members communicating efficiently and effectively so they don't have that friction, so they enjoy what they're doing, and so that the collaboration breeds innovation. Okay, so that, let me give you an example of that. Essentially, is that what we want to do here is if your office and your field teams are frequently clashing over deadlines. Let's just use that example. It's always a good one. It's a common one. What DISC is going to help us to do to increase collaboration is help us identify each of the different styles. So let's say like a high D style, like a manager, which is super results driven, is going to need faster updates from like a high S style, maybe that's on the team member who's more relationship focused. Okay. So by clarifying communications and expectations between the D and the S, the DISC is going to bridge that gap so that we can improve teamwork as a whole. Okay. That's going to, a great example of just improving collaboration just by knowing, hey, you're a D personality, you need results, right? And you're going to need faster updates. I'm an S personality. I'm going to need more reassurance and better communication and expectations up front so that we can bridge the gap and start to communicate better. Those are 7 reasons why 250 people, owners, operators, and leaders of small service businesses, just like you, have switched to the DISC model. And that is why that they are winning, they are saving time, and they are making more money. And by the way, hey, you tend to have meetings, but most of you have meetings that absolutely suck. They waste time and they spend money. What I want to give you here is a gift. It is my top gift that I love to absolutely give this out. It is mainlyleadership.com/4meetings. It is the 4 meetings that you need to grow a service company. Yes, take this. It's like a 30-page PDF. It gives you all 4 meetings, breaks them down, gives you the agendas, gives you the structures, gives you everything you need, gives you different tools to schedule them, right? All of the things, 30 pages, PDF, take it, swipe file, use it, and absolutely dominate. Click the link below and check that out. 4 meetings you need to grow a service company at mainlyleadership.com/4meetings. And here's your action plan. So be 251, be person 251 that switches to the DISC model, right? You and your team take the DISC assessment. If you need my help, hey, click the link below. You can get a DISC assessment. It's a crazy good deal. It's half the price. You get lots of goodies to go with it. And then utilize the DISC tools. There's a 30-page results report and that has all kinds of tools in it. Read the dang thing and start to utilize some of those tools. And hey, if you want my help in putting this entire communication method in your system, would love to help you. Sign up for a free leadership audit, and we will absolutely get you winning right now using the DISC model. And hey, if you like this, share it with another warrior, share it with another owner, operator, service business leader. Subscribe to our channel, get the notification bell so that every time that we drop a new video like this, you get it. Hey, and if you got a question or you leave a comment or disc is awesome, just put something below. That's our reason for doing these, is to provide free value to you guys. We appreciate you. Have a powerful day.